Hello friends, welcome to my channel English Learning Clinic. Again I am with you in the 5th class of tense series. In this class you will learn about the concept and form of perfect tenses. Perfect. Perfect is a kind of status or nature of action. This tells us that the action is finished or completed. So, this type of status or nature of action is called perfect. When we connect three types of times with the status of action, we have different types of perfect tenses. Friends, to identify the perfect tenses, we have to know its form. Now, we will discuss different perfect forms of the verb with the help of the structure of assertive sentence only. Now, look at these three sentences. He has done the work. You had done the work. They will have done the work. In the first sentence, this is the verb. In the second sentence, this is the verb. In the third sentence, this is the verb. Now, look at these three forms of the verb. In the first sentence, here is done, here is also done in the second sentence, here is also done in this form of the verb. These are all same, no change, because this indicates the perfect status or nature of the action, and this is indicated by the third form of the verb, that is the past participle form of the verb. So, the nature or status of action is constant, not changeable. Now, look at the another part of the verb form, that is has, had, and will have. These are not fixed, these are not constant, because this indicates the time of the action, and for perfect status of the action, the time is indicated by the use of have verb. Here, this is the present form of the verb have, and it indicates the present time, and this indicates the perfect status of the action. So, these two combinedly make the present perfect form of the verb too. Here, the past form of the verb have, that is had. It indicates the first time and it indicates the perfect status of the action. And so, these two combinedly make the past perfect form of the verb. This is the future form of the verb have. It indicates the future time and it indicates the perfect status. So, these two combinedly make the future perfect form of the verb too. So, in the sentence, in the structure, we have the status or nature of action is constant, the time is variable. Now, for present perfect tense, the structure of the assertive affirmative sentence is subject, the present form of the verb have, that is have or has, next, the third form of the verb, next, others. For past perfect, the structure of the assertive affirmative sentence is subject plus the past form of the have verb, which indicates the time, next, the third form of the main verb, and next, others. Look at these two structures. The status or nature of action is constant, which is indicated by the use of the third form of the verb, and the time is variable, that is, the time is changed, which is indicated by the use of the have verb. For future perfect tense, the structure of the assertive affirmative sentence is subject. Next, the future form of the verb have, that is the shall or will have. Next, the third form of the main verb, and next, others. Here is also the status is constant and the time is variable, that is the time is changeable. Now, we will construct sentences with the help of this structure. For affirmative assertive sentence, in present perfect tense, the structure is that, and the constructed sentence is subject I have read a book. Have read, the perfect form of the verb. Here the have is present form and read is the third form of the verb read. In past perfect tense, the affirmative assertive structure is that, and the constructed sentence is subject you, verb had written, and others, that is the object, a letter. You had written a letter. In future perfect tense, the structure of the assertive affirmative sentence is that, and the constructed sentence is subject Rohit, verb will have played, that is the future form of the verb have, which indicates the time and it indicates the status of the action, and the object football. Rohit will have played football. In present perfect tense, for different persons of subject, that is for first, second and third person singular and plural number, the present perfect form of the verb is that. And in past perfect tense, for different persons of the subject, the past perfect form of the verb is that. I had played football, you had read the newspaper, he or she or Rintu had driven the car, we had gone to school, you had played cricket, they had written that letter. Future perfect tense, for different persons of the subject, the future perfect form of the verb is that. Now, we will construct the negative form of the verb. The assertive affirmative structure of the verb is subject have or has V3 plus others, and the constructed sentence, as we have already constructed, is I have read a book. Friends, we have already learned in the third class of the 10th series how to make negative form of the verb. For the construction of the negative form of the verb, we have to use not. At the same time, a helping verb is needed. Now, look at this present perfect form of the verb, have read. Here, a helping verb already is here. So, to make it negative, we only put not after it, after that helping verb. So, the negative perfect structure of the verb is have or has, not verb, third form of verb, and the negative form of the verb is have not read, and the constructed negative sentence is I have not read a book. In past perfect tense, the structure of the affirmative assertive sentence is that, and the constructed sentence as we have constructed is that. You had written a letter. And to make it negative, we have to put only not after that helping verb, that is the had, and the negative form of the verb is had not written, and the constructed negative sentence is you had not written a letter. For future perfect tense, the assertive affirmative structure of the sentence is that, and the constructed sentence as we have already constructed is that Rohit will have played football. And to make it negative, in the same way, we will have to put only not after that auxiliary verb, that is the helping verb. So the negative form is that, and the negative form of the verb is that. Negative sentence is Rohit will not have played football. In present perfect tense, for different persons of the subject, the affirmative assertive structure is that is the affirmative structure is that, and the negative structure is that. For past perfect tense, for different persons of subject, the affirmative structure of the verb is, that is the affirmative form, affirmative perfect form of the verb is that, and the negative form is that. In future perfect tense, for different persons of subjects, the future affirmative form of the verb is that, and by adding not, the negative structure is that. So friends, if you like this video, please like and share, and also comment on this video. Don't forget to subscribe my channel. Bye bye.